prequel to The Lion King that came out this weekend. Mufasa. Mufasa. I was a little bit, I really was like, why? I'm not a huge fan of the 2019 The Lion King, the all computer animated CGI movie. I love the original animated Lion King. That's probably my favorite animated film during those years. But I felt like anything trying to do it like almost shot for shot. A lot of things didn't work. A lot of the songs didn't work, even though they used the songs from the original. A lot of the voice casting didn't work, like James Earl Jones. James Earl Jones was the voice of Mufasa in the original. Yeah, but then you add 30 years later, he's a lot older, and his voice is different. It just didn't work. Other than the CGI, the computer animation perfection in 2019, but overall, I was not a huge fan of the remake. So going into a prequel, I'm like, why? Mufasa is king. Why do we need to know how he got there? We know that him and Scar end up having a falling out. What am I missing here? No, but I'm like, you know what? I love the look of the movie. Looks great. Let's check it out. No positives. Yes, the CGI computer animation, it is perfection. Once again, nothing in this movie is real. Not the water, not the land, not the grass, not the snow, not the animals, not the sunset, the sun, the sky, the birds. Everything is made in a computer. And it is astonishing. The animation is the CGI is even better than it was 5 years ago with the 2019 version. Not to mention this time, they actually give a little bit more expression in the animals, specifically in the lions. That was the other problem with the 2019. The lions had no emotion. They just said the lions. And it was like, okay, their mouths are moving, but there's no expression, no nothing. No. I know you want to be as realistic as possible, but you don't look right. You don't look right. My mama not right. My mama not right. Well, that don't look right. But here, it's like they said, you know what? We're gonna up the animation and look even more realistic. But we're also gonna give the lions and actual facial expressions. So when they're happy, you can actually tell that they're happy. When they're sad, you can actually tell that they're sad. When they're angry, you can actually see their anger. And it didn't look weird. It's not like it was like too cartoony. It was like perfect. That's how an animal would react. Have you ever seen your dog make expressions on their face? That's how it would look. And it worked well with talking. So the animation is a reason alone to see this movie. Even if this movie was on silent, the visuals are outstanding. I know where all the Disney money went. To Mufasa. I like the Mufasa story. I like the story of Mufasa. Let me explain that. Mufasa story. It worked, like this, ordinary, regular dude or lion who ended up slowly becoming to be pronounced king. It worked for me. I thought that was one of the stronger things of the movie was which it had to be in the movie called Mufasa. And that wasn't and that didn't work, we got a major problem. They used a lot of the original score from The Lion King, the animated version. And I feel like here it was used a lot better than it was used in even the original. I mean, not the original, the remake. Now, I'm not talking about the song, I'm not talking about the musical score. There's a difference. Pacing, this is like a 2-hour movie, and I felt like it was well paced, for the most part. There are only certain things I think they could have taken out of the movie, like the songs, and then the whole back and coming into that, and the other thing in the negatives. But I thought for the most part this was well paced. And even the villain lion in the movie is like a white lion. And I kept watching the movie going, whose voice is that? It sounds so familiar. I kept thinking it was Javier Bardem, but I know Javier Bardem was in The Little Mermaid last year. There's no way they would bring him in to now be the voice of the villain lion in Mufasa. And then, I couldn't figure it out until I got home and looked at the cast list, and it was Mads Mikkelsen who did the voice of the villain lion. And I was like, bing, no. And I thought obviously Mads Mikkelsen has that voice that really, he played in Casino Royale, Hannibal. He just has that voice that works. Some of my negatives. I do not understand, and for the life of me, I want to know. The people who wrote the script, and even Barry Jenkins, the director, who has come out in interviews and said, I love the original Lion King. It is perfect. It is a brilliant movie. I watched it so many times when I was younger, on loop. And then, okay, Barry. May I call you Barry? I'm going to call you Barry. Barry! If you watched The Lion King so much as a kid, and you loved it, how in the world do you completely retcon that Mufasa and Scar are brothers? Real brothers. Real blood-related brothers. Not brother from another mother. No, they are actually brothers. They literally have lines of dialogue in the original animated film that truly tell you they are actual living, breathing, family-related brothers. That whole line about, I got the brains of the family, you got the muscle or the, whatever it was. I got the lion's share of the genes. Whatever it was. You know that scene. And there's other scenes in the original that truly show you, no, they are actual brothers. So why would you retcon and say, no, they're not brothers in this one? This is a prequel. Mufasa is an outsider who gets abandoned by his family, and Scar's family, Taka, that's his real name, the mother of Scar, decides to bring him into her family, and the father doesn't approve because he's an outsider, and outsiders can't be trusted, and you decide to retcon them. And the thing is, I don't understand. In life, in all reality in life, there's that thing called sibling rivalry. That's a real thing. Whether it's sisters and one sister and another sister arguing, whether it's brothers fighting and arguing, that is normal. Whatever family says my kids, my 2 sons, 2 daughters, 3 daughters, 4 daughters, put 4 daughters in a room. Oh boy. Just grab that popcorn, grab that soda, you're in for entertainment. That's why I enjoy every holiday. Who's going to explode next? But that is a real thing. So everyone has that sibling rivalry. One parent likes one of the children more than the other. The father approves of one, then the other more. And then the other one's trying to get that affection of the father, or the mother, or the daughter, is trying to, win over the mom because the mom likes the other daughter more. And every family has it, even though the parents will not admit it. Trust me. So, why not do like in the original and have Mufasa and Scar actually brothers? Because here's the other, not to mention, it would have actually made this movie more tragic for Scar than, in fact, you should have called the movie Scar, and it would have been actually the downfall of Scar, which would have made it even more tragic of a story when you go in and watch The Lion King. Not to mention, since this is a prequel, when you watch this movie now and then go back and watch the remake that still kept everything from the original animated in it, it really does not connect. It's like a square peg in a round hole. It ain't gonna fit. That did not look right. Point of the matter is, now these movies do not feel right. Now this movie is contradicting this movie, and this movie is contradicting this movie. It actually would have been better if Disney made this movie, Mufasa, first, before the 2019 movie, and then remade the original Lion King and had those changes already in place where Scar isn't blood related. That would have made a better flowing movie. Not to mention, it wouldn't have been a copycat of the original Lion King for the live action treatment, even though it is still all CGI. But you get what I'm saying. Then the movie cuts back and forth of Rafiki telling Simba's daughter, Kiara, and Timon and Pumbaa the story of Mufasa. And throughout the movie, he kept going back to them, back to them, back to them. And it's like, no, you know that thing called bookending a movie? Like Titanic. Yeah, they go back to the old roads once or twice. But those moments had a purpose. To me, they should have just had one at the beginning, to start the movie, start the story, and then at the end, boom, done. But when they kept going back to Rafiki and Timon, Pumbaa, and Kiara, I was just like, you're adding more to the runtime that isn't needed. And the musical numbers. Whether the movie just like the original, but just like a lot of Disney animated movies, they have singing. This movie did not need the singing in it. I think maybe only in one song, or maybe two that actually worked. This movie didn't need the songs. It, once again, added to the runtime. And didn't need it. I feel like this movie definitely didn't need the songs. Did I still enjoy it? Yes. But I still can't get over the whole Mufasa and Scar are not blood related. Because that completely messes up the original, whether it's the animated version or the 2019 version, completely. So let me know in the comments below, did you see Mufasa, the Lion King? Were you a fan? Were you like me who didn't like the idea of Mufasa and Scar not even being related? It doesn't work for the story, and the actual original story. Let me know in the comments below. Matt the Man here. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment.